รายการนี้เป็นรายการทั่วไปสามารถรับชมได้ทุกวัย
สวัสดีครับ Hi, you're watching Hello English, your English program. I'm your host, Bukrit Rairat. Now today we will take you to the Science Museum of Thailand. And here they have a huge learning center where you can learn all about the old and the new, whether it's technology, innovation, local wisdom. So anything science and technology, it's all right here in the Science Museum of Thailand. So let's go learn more about it in English Magazine.
Hello. Today we're taking you to Pathum Thani province to find a place for learning about modern science. When you experience it, you will be able to learn all about new and interesting science and technology in Thailand, including traditional Thai technology. Today, we're going to the National Science Museum.
วัตถุประสงค์ของการตั้งพิพิธภัณฑ์วิทยาศาสตร์ก็คือเป็นแหล่งเรียนรู้แหล่งสร้างความตระหนักและก็สร้างแรงบันดาลใจทางด้านวิทยาศาสตร์และเทคโนโลยีให้กับเด็กเยาวชนครอบครัวคุณครูประชาชนทั่วไปรวมไปถึงนักท่องเที่ยวด้วยนะครับพิพิธภัณฑ์วิทยาศาสตร์ก็มีกิจกรรมทางด้านวิทยาศาสตร์มีนิทรรศการทางวิทยาศาสตร์ที่จะช่วยเสริมการเรียนรู้นอกระบบโรงเรียนให้กับเด็กและเยาวชนและก็กลุ่มเป้าหมายของเราครับ
Inside, there are exhibits about science and technology, from basic science to the history of mankind, the history of mathematics, science all around us like heat, light, sound, electricity and energy, applied science like transportation, and including Thai traditional technology. The first floor is the reception and introduction area with some temporary exhibits. The second floor presents the history of science and technology, which will help you understand the background and development of these fields. You can see theories about the evolution of Homo sapiens and some of the major advances in the science of each successive age, as well as the power mankind has over nature and the impact of our use of the Earth's natural resources. Floor 3, Basic Science and Technology, helps visitors understand basic principles and theories about energy. And you can learn by doing, with hands-on exhibits about math, light, sound, and the movements of matter and molecules. The fourth floor is about science and technology in Thailand. You can learn about the geography and geology of Thailand and all the things that affect the Earth's climate. There is an exhibit on agricultural methods for happiness, where you can learn about the effects of agricultural chemicals and the ways agriculture can be made safer and more sustainable. On the fifth floor, we have Science and Technology in Daily Life. Here you learn about the human body, automated systems and robotics, and developments in transportation, with stations for kids to learn by themselves. The top floor is the sixth, with an exhibit on Thai traditional technology and folk wisdom, including carving, ceramics, basketry, metallurgy, and textiles. Here you can learn about the traditional Thai way of life.
สำหรับนิทรรศการกรีกที่เรานำมาแสดงในช่วงนี้เนี่ยก็เป็นส่วนหนึ่งของนิทรรศการต่างประเทศที่ทางพิพิธภัณฑ์วิทยาศาสตร์เนี่ยเห็นว่ามีความน่าสนใจแล้วก็เป็นแหล่งเรียนรู้ได้อย่างดีเนื่องจากว่าทางกรีกเนี่ยก็ถือว่าเป็นต้นแบบนะครับทางด้านวิศวกรรมศาสตร์แล้วก็นวัตกรรมเป็นต้นแบบของการค้นพบสิ่งใหม่ๆนะครับในสมัยโบราณแล้วก็ยังต่อเนื่องมาใช้ในปัจจุบัน ก็อยากที่จะขอเชิญชวนนะครับเด็กๆและเยาวชนคุณพ่อคุณแม่แล้วก็ครูอาจารย์รวมทั้งพี่น้องประชาชนทั่วไปนะครับได้ลองเข้ามาใช้เวลาศึกษาและก็เรียนรู้ในพิพิธภัณฑ์วิทยาศาสตร์ที่นี่นอกจากจะได้ความรู้แล้วยังได้ความสนุกสนานได้แรงบันดาลใจนะครับแล้วก็ได้ความรู้สึกว่าเราเป็นส่วนหนึ่งที่มีโอกาสสร้างสังคมวิทยาศาสตร์ให้เกิดขึ้นเพื่อที่จะผลักดันประเทศไทยสู่ศตวรรษที่ 21 ต่อไปนะครับ
The National Science Museum is located at the Technopolis, Klong 5 Sub-District, Klong Luan District, Pathum Thani Province. It is closed on Mondays and open Tuesday to Friday 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Children enter for free except for the temporary exhibit on the high-tech invention of the ancient Greeks.
Wow, what a great place. You can learn so much, not even just for kids, but for adults as well. So if you get a chance, make sure you bring your whole family to the Science Museum of Thailand. Up next, our guest is an art student who one day hopes to have his own exhibition and gallery and be a world-renowned artist. So let's go to Tut and meet him now in English Club.
Sawadee Krap. Hello everyone, welcome to English Club. I'm Tosatham Piam Samboon. Today I'm with a very special artist, but he's no ordinary artist because he grew up and also learned fine arts in New York and have the love for ceramics as well. So we'll get to know more about this creative artist. Please welcome Kun Kua. Sawadee Krap.
Sawadee Krap.
So Kun Kua Krap, before we talk about your love in fine arts and how you develop skills in ceramics, could you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
สวัสดีครับ My name is ธนพงษ์แสงบุญวัฒนา I have moved to New York since I was 13. I was born in New York, but my parents sent me and my brother back here. So after I graduated from middle school, I moved to college and I picked ceramics as my major.
Right, so Kun Kua, what we're really interested in is that most people would study in a career that sometimes their parents make them study. But for you, you love ceramics. Why did you decide to pursue a career and also a degree in terms of ceramics and fine arts?
So for me, as I was younger, I got taught by my aunt of origami. That
Right.
was my first art in the art field.
Oh, okay.
And then when I moved on, I studied like drawing, painting, printmaking, ceramics, and sculpture, and even like graphic design. But I fall in love with ceramics because of the ceramics teach me of the way of meditation,
Right.
of gravity, and other stuff. So it's kind of like something that I really passionate for. And a lot of people were saying like, oh, maybe because you got talent of it, but I was saying not really, because I had a lot of passion and I've been practicing, you know, like I always go to studio and practice hour so I can master of something that I really fall in love with.
Also, why did you decide to study in New York? Why New York? Such a big city.
Because my parent was there in the beginning. So after my brother and I was raised here, then they want us to go back there, and then that's when we studying over there. But in the beginning, my English was like nothing at all because over here in Thailand,
Right.
we only learn 1 hour per day.
Per day, right?
So you don't use it, you lose it. So that's kind of thing. But after after I went there,
Yeah.
I was forced to use it. Otherwise, then I cannot communicate with anyone. If you need to eat, you have to ask. And if you need to use the bathroom, of course, you have to ask. And that's kind of something that forced me to using English every day.
So basically, when you moved to New York to live with your parents and to study there, that's where you developed your English skills, right?
Yes.
How did it improve dramatically from not knowing much to being fluent?
So, as I said, it's kind of you have to use it. So you practice every day, and that is kind of something that like helping out.
Right.
And plus, the teacher recommend to do like watching a cartoon, put the subtitle on it, so that when you listen, you watch, and then you can read also.
Wow.
So it's kind of like practice listening and reading in the same time, which is helping you to developing also. And they recommend the cartoon because it's easier for the kid to develop, and usually they are like complete sentence. So which means you're learning the something that that you will be using in the daily life.
Right.
Yes.
So that's great. That's also a technique that Thai children can do to develop their English skills.
Yes.
Now, moving back to ceramics now, studying and pursuing a career in ceramics, what is some really good things about ceramics that made you fall in love with it?
So ceramics, there is multiple like different area of ceramics. So far, the one that I was studying is function ceramics, which is ceramics that you can use that in the daily life, like as a mug, a cup, a vase, a pitcher, stuff like that. And why I fall in love with it is that the beauty of it, because of the when you be able to touch it, you build it, and then you craft it, you fire, you see all the process in it. So it's kind of something that different for me, because I also like have different experience in different art field too. And it's kind of something totally different. It's like hand-on, and also you're using your sense, which are like see, sight, taste, smell, touch, and hear. So it's kind of something that not every art field they use.
Right. Absolutely amazing. Now, with every good things, with every beauty in ceramics, there must be some difficulties.
Yes.
What are some difficulties you face?
The first one, I would say learning how to use the wheel, which is the machine that you be making your stuff. And it was take me about like 2 to 3 weeks.
Wow.
And I've been going there like for 4 days a week to practice of, it's called like centering. So which means if it's the wheel and then you have your clay in the middle, and then you need to center it so that you have to like compress it. And then
when you talk
make
about
shape.
the wheel, is it something that goes around and then you mold it with your hand like that? And I see if you get it wrong, you have to restart, right?
Yes. So that's kind of like something is very frustrating, because you don't know how much pressure you need to put, or like how much fast you have to go, or how much water you need to use. So it's kind of take like a lot of time to practice. So.
And how did you develop your skills to become a master at molding and ceramics?
I would say one is YouTube. Because there's a lot of artists out there in the YouTube, and then they're explaining different way. And the one important thing I would say is to practice. Practice is the key. Otherwise, you're going to be like, oh, why I cannot do this? Why I cannot do that? But like when I was in the school, a lot of people asking, oh, how do you do this? How do you do that? I always like, okay, you have to practice your basic. Basic is the important key, because if your basic strong, everything else you will be able to do it. Learn it from other people, learn it from YouTube, and then talk to your professor of what can you do.
So basically, learning about it is not enough. You have to actually practice as well. And would you get it wrong the first time?
Of course. My clay spin off the wheel, and like everything go to mess, and clean up also is another important thing.
But now you become a master at it as well.
Yeah.
So talking about ceramics, that's what we're concentrating on. What kind of skills is very important in order to master ceramics, whether it's doing it as a career, as a hobby? Some people love doing it as a hobby. Some people want to pursue a career in it. What kind of skills you really need in order to master ceramics?
I would say passion,
passion.
It would be the first thing, and motivative. Motivative, you can find it anywhere, pretty much YouTube, Instagram,
Right.
Facebook. Or one thing I would recommend people to do is go to the museum, because museum you can go around, you can see a real stuff, not from the screen, flat screen. You cannot really see all around size. But if you go to the museum, you get to talk to, maybe you might see the artists themselves. So you can talk to them, oh, what is your inspiration? Oh, how do you do this? How do you do that? Because ingredient that you use in ceramics, some people find themselves, they don't buy from factory.
All right, and just before we go, because we're almost out of time, for all the people watching this TV program who want to pursue a career in what they love, in what they have passion for, could you please give them some motivation to step out of the box, step out of the norm, because it seems that Thai people have to learn something that they think they have to learn, but they're not passionate about. Please give them some motivation.
So I would say there was a quote that I always seen when I was at the Nassau Community College. It said, don't be afraid of failure, but be afraid of complacency. So which means is that don't afraid of failing, but be afraid of when you are having enough. Because when you're having enough, you will stop learning. So which means, to me, myself, I use that quote all the time, because if I stop what I love, then I won't be moving on to another, another idea or goal that I have set for myself.
Right. Kun Gua, thank you very much for being on our show. ขอบคุณมากๆ
ขอบคุณ
นะ
ค
ค
รั
รับ Thank you for sharing the ideas and giving us such a great quote. So never ever stop learning, keep on moving forward, and keep pursuing your dream, and be passionate about what you do. So we're out of time. Hope you have some motivation, and we'll see you next time. สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ
Wow, Kun Jaguar is such a talented artist, and he already has a fantastic collection of artwork. Up next, it's time for English Corner. Let's see what Ajahn Pui and Ajahn Kip have for us today.
สวัสดีค่ะคุณผู้ชมค่ะขอต้อนรับเข้าสู่ English Corner ค่ะดิฉันปุ๋ยสิตาค่ะ
กิฟต์จิตรสุพังค์ค่ะ พี่ปุ๋ยคะ
ค่ะ
มีโครงการบริการสังคมค่ะ เดี๋ยวกิฟต์จะเป็นหัวหน้าโครงการเอง พี่ปุ๋ยมาช่วยทำนะคะ
Wow are you going to be in charge of a new project
ค่ะ Are you going to be in charge of the new project ชาร์จเงินเหรอคะ ไม่นะคะไม่มีค่ะไม่ต้องจ่ายอะไรอีกแล้วค่ะ
นุกกิ๊บอาจจะงงอะไรหรือเปล่าคะ be in charge of เนี่ยนะคะไม่ได้เกี่ยวกับเงินค่ะแต่แปลว่ารับผิดชอบหรือดูแลค่ะ
เขินเลยค่ะแหมกิฟก็นึกว่าเป็นเรื่องของการชาร์จเงินค่ะ ก็ไหนจะค่าผ่อนบ้านผ่อนรถจ่ายค่าประกันชีวิต ไม่ใช่ใช่ไหมคะ
ไม่ใช่ค่ะและงั้นถ้านุกกิ๊บจะบอกว่ากิ๊บเป็นคนดูแลโปรเจกต์นี้เองนุกกิ๊บจะพูดว่าอะไรคะ
อ๋อค่ะกิฟก็จะบอกว่า I will be in charge of the new project
ถูกต้องค่ะเอาตัวอย่างอีกไหมคะ
เอาค่ะ
งั้นเดี๋ยวเรามาเล่นใหญ่กันนิดนึงนะคะน้องกิฟต์ค่ะอย่างเช่นในสถานการณ์ที่ว่าน้องกิฟต์ไปร้านอาหารแล้วพบกับเส้นผมอยู่บนซุปของน้องกิฟต์เนี่ยนะคะแล้วเราก็ต้องพูดด้วยเสียงอันดังว่า Who's in charge of this restaurant
อ๋อก็คือถามว่าใครนะที่เป็นคนดูแลรับผิดชอบร้านอาหารนี้เนี่ย
ถูกต้องค่ะ
ค่ะ
ก็จะมีผู้จัดการหรือเจ้าของร้านเนี่ยมาดูแลเราให้เราอาจจะได้ซุปมาอีก1 ถ้วยอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะ
ค่ะไม่มีชาร์จตังค์นะคะ
ไม่มีชาร์จค่ะ
ค่ะ be in charge of คือรับผิดชอบหรือดูแล
ถูก
เข้าใจ
ต้อง
แล้วล่ะ
ค่ะ
ค่ะ
คราวนี้น้องกิฟคงใช้ไม่ผิดละค่ะเอาละค่ะคุณผู้ชมคะเรา2 คนตอนนี้หมดเวลาลงแล้วค่ะกลับมาพบกับ English Corner กันใหม่โอกาสหน้าวันนี้สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show. Unfortunately, it's all the time that we have. If you have any comments or suggestions you would like to give us, please send them to the address on the screen. I'm your host, Bukrit Trairat. See you next time on Hello English. สวัสดีครับ